Hey, welcome back to another H1 video, and in today's video, we are going to be checking out the brand new Oakley Meta Vanguards. Let's get into this. Okay, so like I said, welcome back to the H1 video, and yes, I picked up the new Oakley Meta Vanguard. So these are the sportier Meta Oakley Edition smart glasses. So they've got like that standard signature Oakley visor design. They are built for outdoor type of things. So I've got my regular Oakley Houstons here, which I'll be honest, I don't really use a ton, but these I might be using a bit more often because they are better in water resistance. They have louder speakers. They're really built more. I think these are really a Gen 2 product than the Meta Houstons. The other ones are nice, but I'm really excited to try these out. So let's go ahead and let's get into this unboxing. So these are not cheap. Again, these are built like for the higher end type of person that runs marathons, that does triathlons, because yes, you can get these pretty wet from what I've seen online. And this is what they look like. These are, again, the Oakley Metas, the Vanguard edition, as it says here in the back. That's just what they call them. So let's go ahead, take off the tape, and I'll show you guys which color I got, because these are available in 4 different colors right now. They're available in a black and gold, a black and red color, a full black option, and they have a white and blue option as well, which is kind of nice. So hopefully you guys can see this unboxing here, but we're just gonna do one. I don't know how to, okay, like that. Oh, look, and it displays it really nicely like this. This is kind of cool. So this is the charging case for the glasses, as you can see. Pretty big case. I mean, it's not little. Here's the case for the Oakley Houstons. I mean, you can really, it's definitely wider, but again, these glasses are also a little bit bigger. And then along with the glasses, you're also going to get different nose bridge tips. So if you want them to sit up higher or lower on your face, you can adjust them with these little tips. And I've also heard that they're also going to release just the lens parts, and you can interchange them if you want to change up the design and the look of them, which I think is actually going to be really nice. In case you get kind of tired of a single color, you can swap it out. But along with that, you also get this little pool tray, and it's going to come with a little, ooh, this is kind of nice. My old ones didn't come with this. A little carrying pouch in case you don't want to carry the big charging case. And then it also has just some instructional information. No cleaning cloth. So I guess this is going to have to double as your cleaning cloth, because no cleaning cloth attached. All the other ones have come with a cleaning cloth. So good to know. Good to know, Oakleys. Now we know you don't come with a cleaning cloth on the more expensive glasses, but you get a pouch, which I think is kind of nice. And the pouch is also branded Oakley Meta, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. But all right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to get my glasses, or excuse me, my Meta app up and ready here, because I want to make sure I can start pairing these bad boys up, because I'm excited to use them. Hopefully I don't look too silly. My mic is in the way of the shot. Hopefully I don't look too silly, but you know, we're going to check these out. So here it is, the official reveal. Well, they're just in they're just in the case right now. And then we're going to take this off, take off the plastic, and then it should allow us now to pair them. So as you'll see, this is actually the exact colorway that I've got. Oakley Vanguard, click that button, and then hopefully it'll start detecting the glasses. Blue light has turned on, so you got to make sure the blue light is on. There's a little blue pairing light, as you can see, and it has found my Oakley Metas. And it does have the picture of what they look like, which is kind of nice. We're going to go ahead and pair them and get them all up and running so that they're already good to go when I put them on my face. I messed up with the Houstons last time, and I just took them out, and then I had to pair them, and it took a minute. But it is currently pairing the glasses. I do like that it's got a really soft interior, as you can see, kind of like a felt interior. There's also Oakley Meta branding on the inside. There is an update, because of course there is. Now, one thing I will say is I will get into kind of the specs of these right now since I'm talking. These are more water resistant. So the Oakley Houstons, these and the other Meta glasses by Ray-Ban are IPX4. So really, if there's like a light drizzle, you should be okay, but any more than that type of water exposure, and you could risk damaging your glasses, where these have an IP67 water resistance. So not only can you wear them out when it's raining or anything like that, they can even stand being submerged underwater for a little bit. So again, 30 minutes kind of max. Your timing may vary. Don't go like Olympic swimming with these. Like, they're not meant to be swimming in, but They are, again, more rugged in case you're outside and it's running, you're running in the rain. You don't have to worry about these. Another big, not these, excuse me, the Vanguards. Another big plus with the Vanguards is the battery life. So they are bigger glasses. So you are going to get 9 hours of total usage time. Again, whether that's just listening to music or taking photos or videos, it all really depends on the settings that you're using. But they're quoting 9 hours. So anywhere near there is kind of cool. And then with the big old case you can get up to 36 hours as well. So a good amount of battery life and pairing. I will say this is a big case. You know what I mean? So unless you're traveling and you've got a big bag to throw it in, I don't know. Like, I kind of wish there was like a little battery pack that came with it that made it easier. But like I said, this is a big chunky case. I mean, it's not going to be light whatsoever. But it is kind of cool that it does come with interchangeable lenses, or the interchangeable lenses will be coming soon, because again, it allows you to adapt the look without having to buy a whole new pair of glasses. So I don't know how much those interchangeable lenses are going to be costing, probably a pretty penny, but yeah. Another thing to note with these Vanguards is currently, and maybe even in the future, who knows, they are not available prescription. So if you don't want to wear contact lenses, like I wear contacts, and you wanted to try to get your prescription in these, that's not going to happen. They are not available with prescription right now. And from what I understand, they probably won't be available in the future because none of that type of Vanguard style, that visor that Oakley provides, is available in a prescription. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've been seeing. Now, there's also a couple of buttons on here. There's a main button that you can use for, like, you know, taking a photo, taking a video, and all that stuff. And there's also a secondary button that you can use. So you can actually combine these glasses with the Garmin app and use that second button to, you know, mark laps, mark miles, do that type of stuff. So kind of cool. And you can also have a little LED light, the one that's inside that tells you when you're recording. And it can use different lights to show you, hey, you've hit a milestone. Hey, you've done this with like the Garmin app. So kind of cool that it can do that. Again, if you're really into the running and really into like Garmin and that outdoor type of stuff, this is going to be a great option for you. If you're not looking for the Houstons, or maybe the Ray-Bans aren't really for you, these are going to be a good fit. Now, again, the price is $500. So you are paying a lot of money for these. Again, if you try to like make it, like, I try to tell myself like, hey, I'm not just buying sunglasses. They're a pair of headphones. They're also a pair of, you know, GoPro action cams. When you do that, it kind of makes it a little bit different, and it makes it an easier sell if you're trying to trick yourself into accepting why you're paying this much money for them. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We're going to wait for this thing to finish up, and then we are going to come right back with them on my face. All right, so we're back. Everything got finally loaded up, and now it's telling me to put on my glasses. So let's see a first look at how they look when they're on. So again, I got the black and gold because I just thought these looked the best. So let's put these on. How am I looking, chat? Am I looking good? Do they not look good? Be honest. Be honest, chat. So the photo capture button is here at the bottom as opposed to being on the top. So it's here at the bottom. Take a photo. Pretty nice. And then if you long press and hold the capture button, you start taking a video. So there is a light on the inside that I can see, and then you should be seeing the light up here right at my forehead, letting you know it's recording. Pretty nice. So again, got to get used to that because I'm used to the button being here at the top, but it's still similar placement, so it's not that bad. And now here is the touchpad zone. So there is a touchpad zone, so you can tap it once and it'll start playing music or whatever you assign it for. You can assign it to be the Meta Assistant. You can scroll up to turn the volume up, scroll down to turn the volume down. And I will say these are loud. These are much, much louder than the Metas, than the Ray-Bans, excuse me, or the Oakley Houstons. Like, I can already hear how loud these are, so that's kind of nice. So that is a big difference in volume right there. So again, these are louder, and they are definitely louder. I can tell you that much. Like, if I'm in a crowded area like a mall or something, sometimes it is harder to hear the music, or if somebody's speaking, I didn't even have the volume all the way up. I had it maybe 3/4 of the way up, and it was too loud. So that's really kind of cool to see. And then again, you can also interchange it. So I prefer to take more videos with my glasses than photos. So I switch it up so that one tap automatically takes a video instead of one tap taking a photo. Now, again, one of the benefits to these new Vanguards is there's an action button right here. And you can actually assign that action button for other things, as I mentioned. You can make it work with Garmin, but there's also different capture modes. And one of them is hyperlapse. So you can actually record at a hyperlapse with these glasses while you're wearing them. And it can also be used to record slow motion. So if you want to record something cool that you know might look pretty dope in slow-mo, you can hit that button and it'll automatically record it in slow motion. And then in auto capture mode, which allows it to start or stop auto capture to automatically record the important moment around you. No idea how that works. I gotta do some research on that, but I think I'm gonna leave it as slow motion because I just think that's really cool. But again, you can use it to set your AI and accessibility controls or any types of quick connect. If you want to send a quick message or something to a contact, you can do that as well, or leave it as none. But again, I'm gonna have mine be alternative capture of doing slow-mo because I think that's neat. Okay, and one thing these glasses can do, as I mentioned earlier, is record in 3K, which is really nice if you want that higher crisp looking video. But I will say there are some limitations, especially when exporting. It took a long time for these 3K clips to export. I know Meta's working on making that time faster, but just a heads up, it will take a bit longer to get your exports out. But if you're like me, throw them in once you throw them into the case and close it and it's all connected to Wi-Fi and you're back at home, it'll automatically do it in the background, which is kind of nice. But if you want your clips faster, I would recommend 1080p. It'll also, footage looks pretty similar. The 3K does look better, but slightly. So just remember, that is an option for you as well. One of the benefits to recording in that slower 1080p or that lower 1080p is you can record for up to 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's crazy. If you guys know, these started out only being able to record 1 minute in length, and people were like, that's not enough. So now you can do 3 minutes and up to 3K, or 5 minutes in 1080p, which is pretty rad and probably a setting that I'll be using pretty often. So I'll probably leave mine at 1080p because realistically, they're probably only gonna go on social media and the occasional vlog. If I start vlogging again, who knows? But another really nice benefit is since these are action-centered glasses, the camera is right here in the middle. So the cameras used to be here in the corner, and I'm a guy that likes to wear hats a lot, especially on the weekends when I'm not at work. And when I put my big old hat on, it blocks a little bit of the glasses here. So you kind of end up having like a view like this, right? With like, you know, like a hat blocking the view, which is kind of annoying. And again, if I don't have the foresight to move my hat up and then hit the record button, you just see hat in the video. So it is kind of nice having the camera lower right here in the middle because it's going to be more centered. So you're going to have a much more centered actual real POV style. And when you put your hat on, well, obviously it's not going to be really blocking it because the camera is moved a little bit lower to the center. And again, with that being centered, you will also get a little bit of stabilized video as well. So you're going to have some stabilization for when you're like riding your bike or doing intense stuff like that, which is going to be really, really nice. But anyways, guys, that about does it with my quick little unboxing / review of the Oakley Meta Vanguards. If these look like something you want to purchase, go ahead, check them out. I don't have any type of affiliate links, but I'll leave the link to the Oakley brand, I guess, if you want to check them out. I'm going to try these out for a couple of days, and I've got up to 30 days to return them if I don't like them, and I'm going to really see how much I wear them, whether or not I think I look good while I wear them, because that's also a big deal. But I'll be honest, sometimes even if I don't think I look good, I'm still going to keep them because I just like them. And I really like that these are water resistant, that they're louder, that I'm telling you, when I'm in a mall or I'm in a crowded area like an amusement park or a fair, it does suck that you can't hear. And I also like how water resistant they are. If it starts raining, I can wear these and not worry about getting, you know, completely soaked or not be like, oh my God, I'm about to ruin my, these are like $300 glasses. You know, these, I know they'll be fine in any type of rain or downpour. And I can wear them at the beach. I can wear them, you know, at a pool and feel comfortable and just be like, oh, if they get splashed, it's not the end of the world because they're built for that, right? And that little peace of mind is actually a big, big thing. But anyway, guys, that's it for this Meta Oakley Vanguard video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love the video, please leave a like, and go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, I got you. Peace.